Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. We're going to do a love reading today, taking a look at what is going on with the person who you were dealing with. Remember, though, it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It will not be for everyone, unfortunately. However, if you are interested in personal readings, I have a half price sale on at the moment. Link for that is in the description box below. So, overall energy of the reading is the Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. Main focus here is the Five of Wands, and the advice here is the Eight of Pentacles. Take some type of physical action, do the right thing, be pragmatic, work it out. So it seems like we're getting a more nice and simple reading, hopefully here, Leo, where there is a situation here just based around some type of conflict or misunderstanding, where it seems there'll be a resolution or a reconciliation working out. It doesn't feel like something big or something major, but maybe something like small, day to day. Something they haven't done, something they have done that we wish they hadn't. More that kind of like general vibe or energy in relationships when naturally there is sort of conflict, misunderstandings. But the important thing here as well, because of the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant, if particularly with the combination of the Knight of Swords and Five of Wands, if there's, because that gives me more like the energy of something they do that isn't like big or serious, but on a personal level kind of like annoys you. So like if they chew with their mouth open, I personally hate that, and that would send me if I was dating someone who was doing that. That's probably a more smaller example, but there's something here that they're kind of doing. Could be based around social interactions with people you know. So there may be something they say or do around other people where it's like, you're embarrassing me or you're making a scene, don't do that. Particularly if it's involving a strong opinion because of the Knight of Swords. May just have to do with them having a little bit of a wandering eye or flirtatious energy. That could be showing up as well because we've got in the blocks and challenges the King of Wands, Leo energy here. So there may be someone who as well, for some of you, could be a little bit flirtatious, maybe with other people, but maybe you kind of don't like that. There's definitely something of them showing up, proving their alignment or allegiance towards you over others here with the Eight of Pentacles, which I do like to see. That Leo energy, one of the two signs, Sagittarius I would say as well. Gemini is very flirtatious. Leo, you guys are fixed fire, the kind of performers of the zodiac where that attention usually comes naturally to you and you enjoy it. So it may be kind of based around that sort of Leo energy as well. We've got the moon on the bottom, so there's been some unanswered questions or some uncertainty around the nature of this person. We've got the Two of Wands, Mars in... I keep scratching my nose. There is something here where I think you're questioning a little bit how much you trust this person as well, Leo. Maybe based on something they're saying or something they're doing. With the Two of Wands, there is a specific action or something they are doing that is kind of like, I'm trying to, what's that word? Is it bugbear, where it's just like something that personally annoys you? What is this card as well? King of Swords, but we've maybe not expressed that. King of Swords is Aquarius energy as well. So I think there's something they're saying or doing either around your friends or towards your friends that you don't like. There's a slightly immature energy there that we're hoping they kind of like get out of or step out of. The Eight of Pentacles here does say that it can happen or will happen, but we're maybe needing to take a more serious or mature action at the situation at the moment. Their intentions is the Lovers, so they're making some type of choice or commitment towards yourself, the Queen of Pentacles. So particularly for those of you, because they're trying to prove to you that they are serious about this. So for those of you where they are naturally a more flirtatious person, they're recognizing the effect that has on you, and they're trying to not do that as much. Although I will say, if that's your situation, there is something about this, about needing to bear in mind that is just naturally type of their personality. A lot of what you're seeing as flirting, and I would maybe be in the same role as you, where I'm not great if someone I'm with is that type of flirtatious personality with other people, but they're not really seeing it as being like flirtatious with other people. They see it as more friendly, but I would kind of agree with you that it, for me, it would step over a bit into it's a little too much, particularly when you've got someone, when you're with someone. So they're trying to be more cognizant of it, but it is part of their personality. For those of you where they're doing something around, they're either just not being very committed or mature in general, or they're doing something around some people you know, there's a conversation here around it, and trying to show to you that they sort of like understand with that Queen of Pentacles Capricorn energy. The Nine of Swords on the bottom, for some of you, they may not have been aware of kind of like what their actions were really doing. There could be something there around someone being on the spectrum. Technically, like, I think a lot more people are on the spectrum than they realize. Myself, I got tested when I was younger. But there may be something around them not like picking up social cues. So something they could be doing could be seen as abrasive in a social setting, but they would see it more as just like, oh, I'm just being honest, or direct. But maybe it needs a little bit of Libran diplomacy. It makes me think, because like, oh no, I better not insult a nation. The British can sometimes be overly like apologetic. There is a European nation, I'll not say which name or country it is, you can work out for yourself, where when they're speaking English, they can all seem almost rude, but it's well known even in their country as well. Popular destination from the Brits here, if you're going by ferry, that they're just more like direct and honest, which is because like British people will have a tendency sometimes to not say what needs to be said, in case it causes a scene or something like that. We've got the Six of Cups here, we've got the Nine of Cups on the bottom, Leo. So they want forgiveness, there's an apology, there's a more emotional side here that is opening up with them, which I do kind of like. We've got the Tower as well, and the Page of Swords. So there's something here on an emotional level, or in an emotional way, that they're sharing with you that almost catches you off guard. So there is actually a more deeper truth or something here that they're sharing with you, which I think makes you realize, Leo, that this person is very serious about you, the connection, and wanting it to work in the long term. You could potentially get some type of declaration here that you weren't expecting around this person's feelings, particularly if they're usually more playful and flirtatious, and then suddenly there's something here quite like heavy but positive in a romantic sense. Then where does that energy go? We've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse that is kept working out. So that past stuck energy, or what was difficult to move past, is starting to get worked out. But I think the most interesting thing here, Leo, is some type of like sentimentality or emotional outburst from this person that you weren't expecting. For a very small number of you, this could even be like, I love you, but not in the way of like, where someone is directly saying to you, wanting to like tell you, I love you. But say like there's an energy here, say, I don't know, the two of you are in the kitchen, you make coffee or something, you give them the cup of coffee and they go, thanks, I love you. Where it's like in passing, but it's almost like, where did that come from? with that Four of Pentacles in reverse. Anyway, guys, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, though, it is a general reading, so it won't be for everyone, unfortunately. However, if you would like some specific information or answers specific to your own individual situations, you can check out the sale on personal readings in the description box below. Cheers.